Hey yo, who here on YouTube came to see the NCP? One more for the good guys. Before I get started on NWA's PoweRRRRR, just gotta do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and to the followers of Rumble. I'm at 476 now, apparently. Thank you to whoever subbed. Alright, so at 153 Rumble. So thank you to people who consistently like, comment, watch my videos, support the channels. I thank you. I truly do. But enough of that, let's get to it. Alright, now the Crockett finals. Before we get to that, we have a triple threat match for the 10 pounds of gold. You got Kobe Carino, you got a Rhino, and then you have the reigning, defending, undisputed NWA World Heavyweight Champion Tom Latimer. Alright. Good match. I was most impressed with Kobe Carino's performance. Alright, he was all over the place. You know, doing tributes to Sabu. You know, he did his thing. Alright, but we gotta go to a commercial break. We're here from the Colognes. He said, one more, Iman, one more, and we're gonna be the Crockett Cup winners here in 2025. As far as the Immortals, you know, we have a lot of respect for you. Alright? And then they pulled James Storm saying, sorry about your damn look. Then we hear from Mike Knox, Trevor Murdoch. Mike Knox says, you know, all throughout my life, weak people have seemed to gravitate towards me. Now, maybe it's because of my kind nature. I'm not quite sure what it is. You know, but thank goodness we got rid of that weak, pathetic, short problem. Murdoch says, there ain't nothing small, there ain't nothing weak about us. You see this belt right here? This means we're the NWA Tag Team Champions. And all we did last week was trim the fat, cut the weakness from our group. That's all we did. We did nothing wrong. We then hear from the Immortals. They said that they're going to win the Crockett Cup once again, take those belts to Valhalla, and basically, alright, we get back to the match. Fast forward to the finish. Rhino hits the gore, right, to Kobe Carino. Right, Tom gets back in, throws Rhino out the fucking ring, hits the Sunny Side Suffering, that pop-up sit-out powerbomb to Kobe Carino for the 1, 2, 3, and still NWA World Heavyweight Champion Tom Latimer. Right? We then hear from Exodus Pro. You have Pastor CeeLo. He says, well, what happened last week was a complete abomination. You know, that wasn't the holy grail that you expect from the good pastor. That is CeeLo. And I know the metahuman, the almost 7-foot skyscraper, has something to say. Tell him, big man. Pre-Boy Smooth says, like, yeah, we lost last week. It was some bullshit. Alright, but it's just a little detour. Alright? We're still on that road to salvation, and we're going to take back those NWA tag team titles. One way or another. The Overlord, because he's over, man. EC3 says, once you reach enlightenment, as I have, simple setbacks like what happened last week does not deter you from your vision, from your purpose, for your mission in life. You understand? By the grace of your Overlord, those NWA tag team titles are coming back home through our kingdom, that is Exodus Pro. Can I get an amen? You then hear from my boy, it's me, it's him, Carson Bartholomew Drake. CBD says, me being the savant that I am, I could easily sue Brian Idol in the NWA in a massive class action lawsuit over the damages that have occurred upon me a few weeks ago, losing my NWA Television Championship, which shouldn't have ever happened in the first place. But you know what? I'm going to be the bigger man. I'm going to step away. But just know, NWA, you can't beat me. You then get the finals here in the Crockett Cup. Got David Crockett out there. You have the Clones versus the Immortals. Right. Good fucking match. I enjoyed this tag team match. Pretty much the most of the show went towards the matches. You know, we got the triple threat at the beginning, took pretty much the first half of the show, and the final half went towards the finals. Alright? But we're gonna fast forward to the finish. Right, the Immortals hit the Immortality, so I believe it was Epico for the 1, 2, 3. We finally have our winners here in the 2025 Crockett Cup, and that is And that is it for this episode of NWA's Power. The world is a vampire. Remember that, alright? I got 2 more episodes left from Caught Up. I might knock those out later on today. Alright. Got NXT No Mercy this weekend, so I'm going to skip out NXT this week. I'll talk about it in the community post. Same with AEW, right? Even though it's a decent episode on Dynamite this week. But yeah, I got a lot of shit to cover at PWI list. I got a roast at the Monster Slam Vic situation. Got the Hall of Fame, Stephanie McMahon. Got the shit apparently going on with Gail Kim. You know, like, again, there's always something going on in the crazy, wacky world of pro wrestling. Alright. But for now, wasting off you guys' time. So with that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect yours, your loved ones, stay warm, stay dry, stay frosty, but most importantly, trust in God. God be with you. I'm out of here. Until next time, adios.